Alright, so Scream 6 is tearing its way through theaters right now. Ole Ghostface called up his pal Jason and got a one-way ticket to the Big Apple. Yep, Woodsboro is in the rear view mirror this time around, as the core 4, the surviving members from Scream 5, have even bigger threats to deal with this time around: the Times Square Elmos. So in this video, we're going to be gutting this thing open for y'all. Who's behind the Ghostface mask? Who makes it out alive? What a Scream 7 may look like? And of course, our reaction and review for this meta slasher spooky movie. All sorts of heavy spoilers in this Fright Fest breakdown, so a huge thank you for clicking this. I'm your helpless victim, I mean host, Jared, so pick up your phone and let me know.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Alright, so Scream 6 picks up roughly a year after the events of Scream 5 as we get the obligatory Scream opening kill, which involves Samara Weaving's Laura Crane, a Blackmore film professor trying to meet a Tinder date. She's lured into a dark alley by her date and then brutally stabbed to death. Should have swiped left, but shocker, Ghostface removes his mask like minutes into the movie, and it's Tony Revolori's Jason Carvey, emphasis on Carve, as it's revealed he and his roommate Greg strive to finish what Richie started, die-hard stab fans, and want Tara and Sam dead. Yet again another surprise, as another Ghostface calls Jason, taunting him into finding his roommate's disembodied corpse in the fridge, and then stabs Jason as a unique twist pull the rug from underneath the viewers. We now find out Mindy, Chad, and Tara attend Blackmore College as Sam tags along to be the protective guardian for Tara. However, Sam is in therapy because of her killer tendencies that seem to be growing every day, and she kind of likes it. This drives Dr. Stone, he's from Mission Impossible if you remember, to drop her as a client, threatening to report this to authorities. The new members joining the Core 4 turn out to be Annika, who is dating Mindy, Ethan, who is a random roommate with Chad, and Quinn, the fiery sex-positive roommate of both Tara and Sam. Sam heads out to a frat party to meet with them, but it's soon realized rumors have spread all the way across the country that Sam was the actual Woodsboro killer because she's Billy Loomis's daughter and used Richie as a scapegoat, as Sam is a bit of a celebrity amongst the youths. They watch a news report covering the Ghostface killings from the opening scene and discover that a Ghostface mask was left at the crime scene like some sort of calling card. Quinn calls her father, Detective Wayne Brady. No, it is not Wayne Brady. Wayne Bailey. Oh my gosh, hell. Who mentions Sam needs to get to the station ASAP because her driver's license was found at the scene of the crime. Feeling something isn't right, Sam urges Tara they must leave the city until she gets a call from Richie's phone. But wait a minute, that some beach died in Scream 5. This can't be. It's Ghostface, though, telling her to watch her back, jumping out and chasing them into a bodega. This is the whole stab, stab, shotgun, boom scene from the trailer. They escape, police show up, and Ghostface yet again leaves another mask at the crime scene. This drives the pair to the station for some questioning, with Sam saying it's impossible Richie could have called her because she pincushioned him, stabbing him 22 times. However, questioning is cut short by the FBI, and that agent happens to be Kirby Reed. Yes, the best Scream character ever is back, baby, now working for the FBI, studying Ghostface ever since she narrowly survived in Scream 4. Enter Gail Weathers as her and a handful of reporters are outside of the station. Sam and Tara have beef with Gail because she promised she wouldn't write about the events of Scream 5, but ended up doing so anyway, so Tara gives her some sweet chin music. There's a quick scene of Dr. Stone being murdered by Ghostface, who then steals Sam's file and leaves yet again another mask at the scene. Shouldn't these be in police evidence or something? Yes, you're right. The movie even says this. Anyway, Mindy then informs the Core 4 and everyone else that they are no longer in a requel, but rather a sequel to a requel, aka a franchise. So absolutely no one is safe, there are no rules.
Of course.
This drives the crew to be a bit more cautious staying in for the evening. It's revealed that Sam and Danny, Pug from She-Hulk, their across-the-way neighbor, have a secret relationship going on with one another. Anyway, Danny witnesses Quinn being stabbed by Ghostface in her room. He tries to warn the others in the living room, but they just think the banging is some sort of hella kinky bedroom stuff from Quinn. Ghostface moves from Quinn's room to the living room, stabbing Annika as they try to escape via a makeshift ladder from their apartment to Danny's. Everyone makes it out except Annika, who is shook from the ladder, falling face first into a dumpster. Again, another mask is left at the scene of the crime as Detective Bailey arrives, shattered, seeing his daughter be claimed by Ghostface. He makes a comment about losing both of his children, hint, hint, audience members, as he swears revenge on Ghostface. Gail shows up mentioning she has some new information that could help, leading them to the grand Ghostface shrine that is featured in the trailers, packed with loads of Easter eggs and memorabilia from the previous 5 Scream movies. Gail adds that this theater was listed under Jason and Greg's names, the 2 dudes that were claimed by another Ghostface in the opening. They come up with a plan to trace Ghostface's phone, because Kirby can do this, I guess, in under 15 seconds, not to brag, which actually traces the phone to Gail's apartment. Gail's new boy toy is axed as she puts up a good fight, even pulling the old *69 trick to auto-call back Ghostface's phone, but is ultimately stabbed with a large shard of glass. The final plan sees them luring Ghostface back to the Shrine Theater, blocking all of the exits and giving him the business. However, the group is separated via the subway, and with it being Halloween night, there are a bevy of masked characters out and about. Ethan and Mindy are the 2 separated, resulting in Mindy being stabbed by a rogue Ghostface. Ethan then helps her, but Mindy is out of commission for the 3rd act. Back at the theater, Sam taps into her supernatural ghost Billy powers, telling her to grab his knife for protection. But every bit of their plan falls apart, with Bailey calling Sam to let her know that Kirby wasn't working for the FBI for at least the last 2 months. She can't be trusted. Ghostface appears, starting the climactic chase sequence as a video of Richie's plays on the projector. Chad is caught off guard, stabbed multiple times by Ghostface, then another Ghostface shows up, tag team Chad, Eiffel Towering him, essentially turning him into Swiss cheese. Detective Bailey shows up, shooting Kirby in the shoulder, and reveals himself to be one of the Ghostface killers, along with his son Ethan and daughter Quinn.
What a twist!
Who didn't die earlier. It was all staged, and all 3 were related to Richie, being his father and siblings, making this one big family affair revenge trip.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Quinn had started all of the Sam rumors originally to ruin her reputation, as the second part of their plan was to frame Sam for all of the murders in Scream 5, essentially assassinate her character and cancel her. It's a big ol' Scooby-Doo chase scene as the family goes up against Sam and Tara. Tara bests Ethan by stabbing him through the mouth, like hella brutal, even twisting it, while Sam shoots Quinn in the head, easily taking them out. And after falling from the balcony and passing out, Bailey regains composure, now being hunted by Sam wearing Billy Loomis's Ghostface costume. Sam taunts him using the classic voice changer until she attacks him on stage, stabbing him furiously like she did to Richie in Scream 5. The final blow to Bailey is a gruesome knife to the eye that I did not see coming.
Ha ha!
Surprisingly, all of the OG cast, Gail, Mindy, Chad, survive, which you just gotta suspend your disbelief here, as the final scene sees Sam staring at Billy's Ghostface mask, being called to the darkness. She instead tosses it aside, following Tara back into the city, which totally sets up the mask to return in like a Jim Carrey the Mask scenario for the sequel. Now just don't leave yet, because Scream 6 has a post-credit scene, baby. Yes, the first of the franchise, following the trend of every single movie needing a post-credit scene now, but at least they are taking the piss out of things with this one. As the scene opens on Mindy Meeks from earlier in the movie talking about the franchise rules of the movie that they are in now, saying, "Not every movie needs a post-credit scene," as it turns to black and the movie ends. It's something, but not really. At least the Radio Silence team is sticking with the times, and this is a clever joke in the grander meta scheme of things, but is totally on par with the lame Spider-Man Homecoming post-credit scene, where Cap basically pulls the same gimmick, tongue-in-cheek, poking fun at whoever is still watching. Now, one of the biggest absences from Scream 6 was the Scream Queen that started it all, Sidney Prescott, aka Neve Campbell. Unfortunately, her character does not have any screen time, but is at least mentioned in passing a couple of times. According to the movie, the reason she doesn't make the trip to the Big Ol' Apple is because due to the news of more Ghostface killings, she took her husband, Mark, oh hi Mark, and children into hiding until the Ghostface news blows over. So at least the film acknowledged her missing in action, even if it's a, hey, turn to screen and tell the audience directly what is happening with this beloved character. However, outside of the movie sphere, a different reason exists for Campbell not appearing, and it was purely over contract and pay disputes. Back in June of 2022, Campbell announced that she would be stepping back from the Scream franchise, saying, "Sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film. As a woman, I have had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I've brought to the franchise." This doesn't mean she's done forever. She could pop back up in Scream 7 if her family's threatened, but to me it just feels like the script didn't allow for a place for this character. So yeah, sad to see, but it kind of makes sense. As for a potential Scream 7, at the time of editing this, there has been no official word on a sequel. There have been a handful of rumor articles claiming that the shooting of Scream 7 is happening later this year, while also mentioning that early reviews and the tracking box office numbers obviously signal that there is a thirst for more Ghostface, even with the Radio Silence crew chiming in on their eagerness to pick up the mask for another go.
Is there a Scream 7 idea out there?
I mean, we hope. We want to be watching Scream movies whether we're involved or not for the rest of our lives, you know.
So if it were up to you, the idea is to continue the franchise.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're so happy it's back.
So if you know that there's gonna be, but if there is a Scream 7, what is it going to entail? Well, with Sam essentially being called to the Billy mask like some sort of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde character, I can see Sam potentially falling to that darkness, essentially a loose cannon, not knowing if she will turn on her friends or not, or even going off on her own to scratch the Ghostface itch. Maybe that's too easy of a guess, but you know damn well that they're going to go international with the sequel soon. A completely different environment for Ghostface to play, hell, even a Ghostface on a plane scenario.
Enough is enough!
But I could see this also leaning into social media a bit more, potentially people trying to become social media famous by staging Ghostface attacks, and then it's discovered that there have been 2 killers the whole time. No surprise there. But follow me here, they aren't connected and have been stepping on one another's plans throughout the entire movie, like some goofy Who's on First Looney Tunes sketch. Also, I'm surprised an actual stab movie, show, spinoff, or short hasn't been experimented with. There could be a market, maybe, of them basically parodying their own films. But as for Scream 6, it's a bloody good time. Is it the best in the franchise? Probably not. Is it the worst? Far from. And I think 2 things that Radio Silence really honed in on this time around was the brutalness of the kills and the tension of Ghostface. Like, you feel and hear the heaviness of the knife gouges, especially when there's multiple in a row. But man, the tension of slowly going through a scene, knowing Ghostface is going to pop out at any moment, was timed perfectly. Not overstaying its welcome and not being premature. Sure, is it another predictable Scream movie? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there are only so many liberties you can take with the same formula. But I didn't guess all of the killers, so I guess there's still a couple surprises. I think the biggest thing that didn't work for me was the ending felt a bit rushed and anticlimactic. Like the motives that they had made sense, but also were just like, yeah, okay, cool. And the meta nature of things felt a bit too heavy-handed, like show, don't tell, because there's a lot of, now I'm announcing this is a meta thing because this happened before. Be subtle, baby. I'll give old Scream 6 a solid 7 out of 10 Ghostface attacks. I had fun with this one, and it does exactly what I wanted a Scream movie to do. The cast shined a bit more here than in 5, and I'm intrigued to see where these new relationships take them. Also, there's a really cool shot of 2 Ghostfaces just cleaning their blades. Frame that. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Scream 6. Was the brutal and meta direction everything you had hoped for, or was this just more of the same Ghostface just doing his Ghostface stuff? And I'll let you know, we're currently running a competition giving away 3 copies of the Rocky 4K box set on the 15th of March, and all you gotta do to get a chance of winning this is like this video, subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below on your thoughts on Scream 6. We pick the comments at random at the end of every single month, and the winners of last month are on screen right now. So if that's you, message us on Twitter at Heavy Spoilers. If you want something else to watch, be sure to check out some of our other cool videos right over there. We've been cranking them out this week. But with all of that out of the way, thank you for your constant support. I've been Jared. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and...
What's your favorite scary movie?